me, you guys! I'm Uncle Gary. And god damn it if Donald Trump is not the president-elect. Go back to Africa, Mexicans! That's right. The reckoning has come. I'm sorry if that seemed aggressive. I just wanted to yell that on stage at least once. See, unlike most comedians who are going to take advantage of the fact that Donald Trump's president now, I don't have any emotional stakes in it, because I'm a fucking anarchist. Alright? And that shit has not been the most popular opinion throughout voting season. Everyone wants to give me a whole diatribe about how it's my civic duty to vote, make some change. They give me all their reasons, like, oh, one side or the other is doing something I don't agree with. Like, Democrats want to take guns away, and I need to defend myself. Or Republicans have been trying to take away your public lands. Where are we supposed to take our kids to see bears and shit? Bernie Sanders was the people's candidate. All right, Hillary stole that shit. That's why they lost. All right. Donald Trump is the biblical devil. Okay, go sports. All right, it's just not my thing. It's not what I'm into. It doesn't make me a bad person, but everyone wants me to explain myself. I feel different. They want reasons why, but anytime I give reasons why I feel the way I do, I start feeling like one of those assholes from the 90s who's just telling people that wrestling wasn't real. It's like, hey, why are all my personal liberties being infringed upon legally over and over again? 'Cause Stone Cold said so! Oh, I'm just supposed to accept the fact that the U.S. decided to imprison more of its citizens than the rest of the world's governments combined? Yeah, brother! Snap into a Slim Jim. Forget about it. That's what I do. Can you smell what foreign affairs policy is cooking? It's Middle Eastern kids, mostly. That's what they cook with foreign affairs policy and drones. But I mean, hey, fuck it. We all die eventually, right? It's not my fault. I just like to laugh maniacally like it is. And with the things that I do to my body on a regular basis, here's a happy ending for those of you who just hate me all of a sudden. I'm gonna die sooner rather than later because of all the choices I've made with my body and such. Like, I've been a cigarette smoker for well over a decade of excellence now. And I know for many of you non-smokers out there, oh, it's so bad for you. It's a terrible addiction. You know what? I fucking agree. It just happens to be the best suicide attempt I could come up with as a procrastinator. Alright? Because by the time I get diagnosed with anything terminal, my physical health will have already deteriorated enough that I don't even want to be alive anymore. Alright? It's that whole circle of life thing James Earl Jones was talking to Jonathan Taylor Thomas about in The Lion King. So it's fucking family friendly, I guess. That's what Disney's all about. And the other reason I might die prematurely is because I drink like a fish that lives in beer or something. I don't know how that colloquialism is supposed to work, or where the fish is getting his booze to begin with, but it's a saying, so I'm fucking saying it. I don't know. Like, I'm what the Olive Garden likes to call a known alcoholic. So they just don't serve me anymore. As is that. Now, I know some of you might think, like, alcohol is a crutch, Uncle Gary. It's a fucking crutch, and you're leaning your childhood issues and your depression and anxiety on that crutch. And I'm like, you know what, you're right. It is a crutch. I just happen to be a gimp, is all. And what kind of a sadist wants to take a crutch away from a gimp, you guys? Well, the police is the answer to that rhetorical question. And that's the story of how old Uncle Gary wound up in jail. I mean, it was work release. But it was scary regardless, all right? The whole time I was in there, I had to keep my eyes on everybody, my head on a swivel. Like, especially I had to watch this one middle-aged guy who insisted that I call him the Keister Bunny. But, yeah, he wanted to drop his eggs in my basket. That's how that narrative was supposed to play out, I'm pretty sure. But you know what? I learned some shit in the big house. Like, I learned that since 2012, it has been illegal to rape somebody in prison. Yeah, since 2012. Enacted a little late in the game, in my opinion. But I mean, still, it gave me some comfort while I was in there. But eventually, somebody broke the law. And they tried to slip their finger in my butthole while I was in the shower. Alright, fine, it was me. I tried to slip my finger in my butthole while I was in the shower. But it's fucking boring in the big house. Don't judge me, you prudes. And I say try because I failed, y'all. My asshole is a disaster. I've had hemorrhoids since I was 7 years old. That never stopped me from putting cayenne pepper and tapatio sauce on everything I ever ate. But you know, those magma hot poops are starting to change the landscape a little bit. I don't know if you've ever seen any of those old Western movies where there's one of those old, like, Native American sounding flutes. You see some tumbleweed blowing through. It's a lot like my asshole at this point. Alright, there's an abandoned mine, some collapsed vents and shit. It's getting to be a real La Brea taint pit situation downstairs. It's dark and sticky. But you know what? It's cool because I'm out now, you guys. I'm out of jail. Been trying to woo a lady for a little bit now. And so, like, I'm trying to step up my game. I've been exercising. Mostly just Kegels, but that's an exercise, if I remember right. Like, if you don't know, Kegels is something that ladies will do after a baby just destroyed their vagina from the inside out in the miracle of childbirth. And women can do this exercise to tighten their taints back up for recreational purposes. But if you're a guy, you can do that same shit and learn how to clamp down on your urethra while you're coming. And then you can have multiple orgasms just like Sting does. Like, who doesn't want that? Sting's fucking cool. Don't stand so close to me. It's fucking Sting. Alright, and I've gotten good at this, but not Sting level good. And I'm at a dangerous middle ground with the Kegel business. Because I remember last time I was cranking out some knuckle babies, and I felt them coming on strong. I held out as long as I could. Fuck the police! That's the band Sting was in. You gotta remember. It was the police. And I held out, but eventually I had to let go. And that's the story of how I accidentally came on my own face. It's a true story, alright? And like most guys in here would be, I was disgusted at first. Oh. Thank you, Hector. Because no, like, in retrospect, that shit's pretty goddamn impressive. Like, give me any idea how much PSI you gotta build up to nut in your own cabeza? It's a lot. And it could have been worse. It could have landed in or around my mouth. But it didn't! Alright? It just was kind of dangling off the side of my mustache like a really high-quality gay porn money shot. Like the artsy ones you might find on Google or Bing. Whatever your search engine preference, it's a magical age we live in, ladies and gentlemen. And I blame that whole miracle of the cum not being in my mouth, just to the left here, on the fact that my dick curved to the left at this point in life. Alright? It never used to. That's a man-made curve. Like, made by this man. A lot of lonely, right-handed evenings to myself. Like, if you imagine a warped piece of wood on a deck that's just seen years of foot traffic in the same direction, it's a lot what my dick is like at this point. Plus, now I can say, ladies, with 100% personal experience and no compromises to my own sexual identity, I don't like jizz on my face. Alright? It's not my thing. So I'm gonna sing a song for you now, because I'm done with my jokes. That's how I like to end. I have a habit of ruining Disney songs, and I've got 4 of them now. There's one from Aladdin about killing myself, one from Little Mermaid about Michael Jackson touching children. My newest one is a Pocahontas song about fisting, that one day I'll remember all the words to and can hit the notes. But until then, I'm going to sing you a song about from Mulan. It's that song called I'll Make a Man Out of You, or Dark Side of the Moon, or whatever. And it's all about eating pussy. So, get on board, or I don't really know what the alternative is. Fucking eat pussy, you guys. I'm gonna try and do this without the microphone fucking up on me. Let me in your business. I'm going crazy, hun. No need for contraception. I'll just use my tongue. I can tie a knot in a cherry stem. Hell, I'll hold my breath in too. How about I eat the fuck out of you? That's how it goes in the song. It goes down there. My junk is caught in an angry quiver. I'll finish swift like a great typhoon. But you're hung up on my STI. It's mysterious as the inside of your poon. Your bush is like a forest, but the hedge is trimmed. Once I find your center, you'll be sure to win. I'm pretty damn good with my alphabet, and I hum a real mean tune. So can I eat the fuck out of you? My junk is caught in an angry quiver. I'll finish swift like a great typhoon. But you're hung up on my STI. It's mysterious as the inside of your poon. Keep clapping, motherfuckers, till I tell you to stop. You've got the slipperiest cunt that I've ever met. But before this night is through, baby, I'll eat the fuck out of you. Even when you're having your monthly blood moon. Thanks, y'all.